Hey, welcome back into today's video. We have a brand new one for you today. Let me make sure I have everything. I got my script, my pen. We're gonna put that right there on the finger. And I got my brand new coffee mug. Looks real cool. Today's video, we're gonna be talking about Kristen Leanne. She's the creator behind indie hair dye company Arctic Fox. You might have heard of it. It just so happens that the person behind the company might not be the best person for the company. We're going to be talking about some very important stuff that includes, be sure to check out the screen here. Obviously pretty hypocritical for a product labeled cruelty-free. Kristen's got a YouTube channel of over 600,000 subscribers. She's got a side channel that's specifically for pets. That has over 184,000 subscribers. And she's got a few other various social medias. So I've been keeping up with this story ever since I heard some not good things about her and her care for animals. Kat Tenbarge come out with an article on Insider that really goes into detail. Now, all the sources for this video will be in the pinned comment, so don't forget to check that out. Formulate your own opinions. That's what we do here on this channel. Now, this article brings up some very good points that you need to know. But before we get into that, we need to go back to Monday, March 9th, 2015. In a now deleted blog post, Kristen reveals that she is not the creator of Arctic Fox, that she only received a dye sample for a product review on her YouTube channel. She ended up liking the product so much that she pitched her being a co-owner to the chief executive. Now, there was a major issue with this where she continued product reviews after she became the co-owner. She was receiving angry emails, angry comments, and for good reason, as this is highly dishonest and potentially illegal. It's an unethical practice called astroturfing. Now, her excuse and reasoning behind why she did not tell people that she was part owner was this. I've gotten a few upset comments and emails about me owning part of Arctic Fox a couple of months after I'd created a video review of it. I was contacted by Edward, one of the owners of Arctic Fox. He wanted to send me a product to try out, so I told him I'd try it out on my YouTube channel. I had made a reference to very exciting things in the works around this time, but I didn't want to put the cart before the horse, if you will. It was very serendipitous that this all happened when I decided to fully transition to cruelty-free products. Because I am very, very honest and upfront with everything with you guys. Now, interestingly enough, this absolutely does not answer anything, and if anything, it does confirm that she was reviewing her own products. So this is a very sketchy foundation that we have already right here. I didn't know this, and I'm sure that you didn't know. So, that being said, it would be really weird if for years she pushed a false storyline that she was the independent creator of Arctic Fox.
Use pretty much every hair color out there. I always had so many issues with it. It was like bleeding, or I would go to the gym and it would stain my neck, or it was tested on animals. It just didn't last. There was harmful chemicals in it, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just take everything that I dislike about all these other hair color lines and make one that isn't any of those things. So that's how Arctic Fox was born.
I also want to point out that she says cruelty-free products are near and dear to her heart, and it means a lot to her. Although, I have found out in my research that she only switched to cruelty-free products when she became part owner of Arctic Fox. Now, this might be a coincidence, or as she puts it, very serendipitous. So I wanted to gather all this information and the foundation that Arctic Fox was built up on to present to you to show you the track record from the very start of blatant dishonesty. February 10th, 2018. It was a Saturday. Kristen publicly criticized Huda Beauty's Bronze Sands 3D highlighter palette for not being light enough for her skin tone. Of course, she did this in 2 tweets that are now deleted, saying that you'd hope with that many pans there would at least be one for lighter skin tones. Except for this one was for darker skin tones specifically, but they had 2 other palettes in the line for lighter skin tones already. It was literally designed to reach all skin tones between the complete collection, which is very interesting that she would argue this type of inclusion issue when she did a collaboration with Urban Decay that was not one bit inclusive of darker skin tones. Kristen tweeted saying being misunderstood is a bummer, and it would be cool if everyone knew everyone else's heart, where another Twitter user says, misunderstood, you were mad because one thing wasn't for you. Yeah, that's absolutely insensitive. But wait, hold on. There's more. In 2019, Kristen attended the American Influencer Award, where she was nominated for Product Review Person of the Year. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, the whole astroturfing scandal should have put her a little behind on that one. Now, she didn't win this, but she did film herself saying the N-word. So I'm just thinking that Kristen's not the best role model and obviously irresponsible. She did release an apology where she said that she did need to be a good role model, and she is mad at herself as well. Now, I wonder if she's mad at herself for the culturally insensitive Indian tattoo on the back of her leg, or the can of beans tattoo that she got to represent her Hispanic friend, who she calls, I quote, a... Now, I'd show you these things, but she deleted her tattoo video tour. But one Twitter user did save the part that we needed. Let's check that out.
With is actually Mexicans who were like, what do we want to put on our leg? I don't know. And I was like, I love beans and you're Mexican and I call you a beaner all the time. So let's just get a can of beans. Settled. Done.
Now, NBC actually reported on, quote, unquote, being one of the most offensive slurs for Mexican Americans at the time. Now, when I make these kinds of videos, I like to put an emphasis on context. And the context that we have collected so far is, well, it's not real good at all. It shows a track record of dodging accountability, shifting blame, and repetitive behavior, and someone who is undeniably selfish. Now, I'm not saying that she is, I'm just saying that the facts that we've gathered so far are just pointing to that as the conclusion, but you form your own opinions. Wait, it's not over. 12 former employees of Arctic Fox, 12, all characterized Kristen as manipulative, toxic, and unprofessional. A former marketing manager of 2 years resigned because Kristen would not take a progressive stance on the BLM movement. Imagine that. Additionally, all 12 employees witnessed her fighting with her husband. The 7 said Kristen talked down and was dismissive to them. 9 former employees said Kristen never came to work. 9 former employees overheard Kristen saying homophobic language. 8 heard her call her former husband and business partner the F word, mocking his choice to wear nail polish, asking if he was gay. June 1st, 2020, Kristen asked 2 black employees if they would just like to take the day off and asked them if they wanted to be featured on the company's TikTok. They both declined, and 7 employees described this situation as tokenizing. 3 weeks later, both black employees were terminated. Now, there's a lot more to this. The pinned comment will have this insider article by Kat Tambarge. I definitely 100% suggest that you read this. It's got a lot in there. In November, after Insider reached out to Arctic Fox with the former employee's accusations, each former employee received cease and desists and threats of having to pay up to $10,000 if they did not stay quiet. June 15th, 2020. Now, I believe this is the smoking gun in this situation to show you guys exactly the dishonesty and the level of dishonesty that she would display. So, buckle your seatbelts. This one gets rough. Kristen strongly denied viral accusations of animal abuse on her pet YouTube channel. In this video titled Addressing Everything, she actually addresses not one thing, but throughout the whole video, you're going to see that she takes every opportunity to talk about how good that she is, all the good that she's done, how many times she's donated to charity, without actually addressing the things that she was supposed to. Now, as for fun, because we like to have fun on the Repzilla channel, count how many times she talks about how good she is and how much charity she's donated, and let me know in the pinned comment. I think I'm going to do a giveaway to one of the lucky Rep Squad members. She talks about situations without providing evidence. This is called a blanket statement. However, don't worry, she does provide screenshots, but these screenshots are for every good thing that she has done, so you don't actually know what she's talking about or the bad things that she's being accused of. Because everybody knows if you've done a whole bunch of good stuff, then it universally makes it very impossible for you to do anything bad. I obviously find this manipulative because when you're addressing something, you're supposed to be addressing that thing that you're supposed to be addressing?
It's sad to me that there are people out there that are so sheep-like that they read an article and they see it as truth.
Calling people sheep is not the best way to go about addressing things, and this next part just highly confuses me.
But my animals in no way, shape, or form are neglected or abused. Like, you can see how happy they are on my Instagram page.
You can't gauge if your animals are happy off pre-staged Instagram photos. That's like saying that all the Instagram models' lives are the way that they are, that none of it's photoshopped. I mean, that's the most ridiculous comparison I ever seen, but not more ridiculous than this statement.
I thought you were vegan, and I'm like, why? You thought I was vegan because my brand is vegan? Like, you just assumed that I'm vegan because my brand is vegan. Like, where's the logic there? That doesn't make sense to me.
I just don't know. That absolutely makes sense. And then she goes right back into how much she donates to charity. It's so odd and obvious.
You know, and with Arctic Fox too, I have to say, like, we donate 15% of our profits every single month, every year. That is millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars that could have gone in my pocket, but I donated to charity, animal charity. And this month we're actually donating to 15% to Color of Change, which is, you know, you should check them out. I'll link you in the description box below. They're actually linked to my Instagram page as well. I've donated personally, and 15% this month, which I personally decided to donate to them for this month. The amount of money that I have donated that I've not taken for myself and put in my own pocket.
She quite literally cannot stop touting about how good of a person that she is. And honestly, if a person has to say that they're a good person, good people don't talk about being good as long as they know it. And it just comes off very strange when she's supposed to be addressing issues.
All right, so this post has actually been deleted. It says, hey everyone, we were asked by the OP of this post to remove it from BGC, so we took it down, thanks.
All right, so everything that she's supposed to be addressing, she says is deleted. Don't worry, I got it. I looked everywhere. This is it. Pause to read here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go over a couple parts I've picked out here. You can go through yourself and check these things. Again, in her addressing stuff video, she does not talk about any of these things. She just says everything's a lie, but we never knew what she was talking about. Now I'm going to go through several of these and show you that they were not lies at all, and I think this is super important. One of the first accusations is to do with her dog, Leo. Kristen was accused of not taking proper care of her Pomeranian, Leo. She was advised by the vet that he stay overnight and have an IV for $300. She said no and called the vet stupid. There was a claim there was blood when he used the bathroom. He was eventually put in an incubator, and Kristen went on vacation. And believe it or not, I actually did find evidence of this event taking place. I found a screenshot on Kristen's Facebook page where she says Leo's new vet is awesome and that she can't wait to see him Tuesday. The receipt says that he's having good potties. This seems to verify with the claim. Also discovered a now deleted tweet that says, just got home and found all those vet receipts from when Leo was hospitalized. Since I was getting accused of not caring properly for my dog, all these bills are within a week of one another, so tell me I didn't take proper care of my dog. One Twitter user says, newsflash, taking a sick animal to the vet doesn't automatically make you a great owner. It just means that you did the bare minimum to take care of it. I can make a list of all the terrible husbandry your pets have, and taking them to the vet doesn't change that SMH. Although a lot of these tweets are deleted, I use the Wayback Machine, which is an internet archive that archives things on the internet even if they're deleted. It doesn't get everything, but it gets things that have a lot of attention to them. And as you can see, this falls in line with the usual way that she handles things. Another accusation was that she washed her hamster in Listerine and alcohol, which eventually led to it passing away. This story is backed up by her denying it. In another now deleted tweet, Kristen responds to accusations, when have I bathed a hamster in Listerine? Where's the proof? Stop spreading false information. As you can see, a Twitter user responds with the evidence.
Absolutely no idea what is wrong with him. Hi. So it's causing him to lose a bit of his fur, but let's give him a little treat. So I've been doing a couple different things at home. I've got Doxy, and I also give him a little bath with alcohol and Listerine and hot water each day, and it has helped a lot.
Another accusation includes the improper care of a chameleon. As you can see by the color being dark, it's actually a sign of stress. You can Google this, 100% fact. Also, habitually touches her frogs with dry, ungloved, and unclean hands. She illegally owned ferrets, which are banned in California. This, of course, is verified by herself, like actual words from her Twitter fingers. This is just to name a few. Someone familiar with reptiles who is a breeder and photographer told me that they could screen cap something wrong in every video Kristen posts. This is a list of animals when this post was made around June 2020. We have animals that have passed away.
If it was founded on something, if it was real, I might just go into hiding or something. But it's not real. None of it is real.
See, all the stuff that I'm bringing up now is stuff that she should have brought up during her addressing things video, but none of that was there. I think that's why it had overwhelming amount of likes to dislikes ratio. In fact, the majority of the video, she literally is talking about how good of a person she is, and telling people how much you've donated to charity. It's such a manipulative tactic and poor attempt to dodge accountability. I waited to save most of my opinions towards the end of this video because it's very important to me for you guys to fully develop your own opinions, come to your own conclusions, because I don't want to be this person that just puts stuff in your head. I want you to check these facts out yourself so you can verify these things. I will no longer use Arctic Fox hair color. I know that there's other people that work at that company, but I just can't get behind somebody that does these types of things. I think Kristen is an entitled and selfish person. I don't trust a single thing that she says. She has demonstrated that she's a bigot, honestly, and completely irresponsible. But again, like I said, go through her addressing everything video, count how many times she just brags about herself, and let me know in the comment section below, because as interesting as this is, there's always something that's more interesting to me. That's right, you guessed it. I want to know what you think, so why don't you go ahead and leave your creative and interesting responses in the comment box below. Thumbs up for those likes, as always, brothers and sisters. I will see you in the next video. But check out this mug, man. I would love to make mugs like this for you guys and like give them. And I'm drinking green tea. I've started drinking a lot of green tea, a lot of antioxidants, good for the skin. As you guys know, I'm a skin care enthusiast. But anyways, how are you guys doing? Rep Squad, Best Squad, 2021. Let's get some positivity turtles in the chat. And so we have 104 patrons. We've surpassed 100 again, and when we hit 105, I think I'm going to do a live stream. So if you're interested in doing a live stream, maybe we'll cook some food, we'll talk about it in the Patreon. Head over there, look and see if it's something that you feel up to doing, if you want to support the stuff I do here. Also, don't forget to follow the Instagram, follow the Twitter, do that kind of stuff, and that's just another way to show that you're repping if you're not repping your Greg. And how you do that, all you gotta do is subscribe with notifications turned on, be in the comment section to every single video, because I'm gonna be there, Greg the Cat's gonna be there, and the rest of the Repzilla community as well, and I expect to see you there too, because this channel loves you. I need some WD-40.